Look on to the mode of action of Pindi and Bidalaka. It reveals the inflammatory conditions by vasodilation. Locally, the Bidalaka increases the temperature, local temperature, and the faster expression of toxins because the tissue contact time is more in case of Pindi and Bidalaka. So the faster expression of toxin will be there. The reduction in IOP by mainly it is indicated in Pindi and all. There will be mechanical effect of pressure and vasodilations, drainage effects occurs will be helped by the Pindi procedure. There will be more absorption to the leaves. There will be tissue contact time is more. So the transcutaneous absorption and pressure effects is more in case of Pindi and Vidalaga. There will be better compliance also. So this is all about the mode of action of Pindi and Vidalaga. This is one among the common Vidalaga yoga widely practiced in Kerala. This is Mukkadi Vidalaga. In my personal experience, I have used it for the almost all the conditions of inflammatory conditions. It will subside within 5 days, not 5 days. Within 2 to 3 days, there will be wonderful results I got. Let us check out what is the yoga of Mukkadi Vidalaga. This is a Malayalam yoga. Mukka Chengal Kulirina, Karthoti Devadrumam. This is a yoga. I have some listed the ingredients in that. Tribala, Shuddha Gairiga, Chandana and Ekta Chandana, Nisha, Lodra, Gopi. Gopi means the Shariba, Vadasringa, Durva, Ushira, Nimba Patra are the ingredients of Vidalaga. You have to be powder this except that Vada Sringa and all you have Vada and Durva. Except that you have to powder all the ingredients together, and at that time you can mix the Vada Sringa and Durva Sarasa and Nimba Patra to that. Then it should be grinded well and should be made into a small bolus like structure, just like small amalaki phala. Then the guliga has to be made by drying it in shade, and the paste of the guliga is prepared with the milk at the time of application and should be applied over the closed eyelids, excluding the eyelashes and eyebrows. Okay, this is a very much common yoga commonly practiced in Kerala. These are some Vidalaga yogas in our common practice. Saindava Nagara Marshika is very much effective in Vadika Abhishanda. Yadamamsi Patmaka Chandana HT is commonly used in Pitta Rektacha Abhishanda. Manoha Shuddha Manashila, Pippali honey is used for the Kabaja Abhishanda. The combination of above said drugs are upon the view of the Vaidya used in Sannibhavya type of Abhishanda. As I said earlier, Mukkadi Guliga, we can apply it for all the Shopa, Rucha, Daha condition and all. Yeranda Pallava, it should be cooked in Shira for acute glaucoma. Bala Haridaki, plus honey or Kanjika, we can use in Anjana Bidaga, Legana and all. And also the Maricha master with the Bringaraja Sorasa is very much effective in Arma and all. Okay. Let us move on to the next topic, Anjana. What is the nirukti of Anjana? Anakti anena iti Anjana. That which spread in the eye. That is the nirukti of Anjana. Anakti anena iti Anjana. Okay. Let us check out the procedure of Anjana. Rekta rubeshu dosheshu. Shuddha kayasya kevala. Netra eva stide doshe. Raktam Anjana majare. This is the reference we have got from the Susura Uttaram 18 chapter 51 to 52 sloka. The procedure of application of medicine to the internal surface of margin from Kaninaka Sandhi to Apana Sandhi by using Anjana Shalaka or fingertip is called Anjana Karma. According to Susruta, the Anjana is indicated when the doshas are fully manifested and are localized in the eye. The Anjana should be applied when the diseases should be clearly manifested and indicating dosha dushti and is nida adhisthana, and the body should be free from ama lakshanas by our Panchakarma procedures like Vamana, Virechana, Nasya Karmas. And the features of Dosha Dushti is limited to eyes. At that condition, we can start Danjana. Adhanjanam Shuddha Dhanayoho. Danjana should be applied in Shuddha Dhanu. Netra Matra Sardemala. Manda Kashasru Jage Akshni Prayojyam Khana Doshike Arte Pitta Kapasiti Madatena Visheshada. Anjana should be applied in all timings in Vasanta Ritu, and it should be applied in the morning time in Grishma Ritu. In Varsha Ritu, there is the absence of Abrada, Na Atyushna Avastha. We don't use the Anjana Kriya Kalpa during the Varsha Ritu. In Sharat, every time we can, evening we can use the Anjana Karma. Shishira and Hemanta Ritu, Madhyakna is the time for the Anjana Karma. According to Vagpada, there should be a sign of Pagada of dosha such as Alpa Shobha. There will be slight edema and Adikandu Paisilia. There will be slightness of in the eyes. The exudates of eyes should be thick, reduction in lacrimation, friction, and redness of eyes. These are all the conditions in which we can use the we can start the Anjana Karmas. The best thing you have to be in your mind that it should be in the Shuddha. Malas are located in the doshas are located in the eye. The raga and other features are subsided by the Seka, Ashodana, Pinti, Bidala procedures. We can start the Anjana Kriya Kalpa properly. Otherwise, it will create some problems in the eyes. Let us check out what all are the types of Anjana. There are three types of Anjana mainly. Ropanam, Lekhanam and Prasadana type of Anjana. Ropana Anjana, for example, Desanjana, Madhu we can use as Ropana Anjana. Tikta Dravya Snehana, Tikta Dravyam plus Sneha Dravyas used as Ropana Anjana, used in Ropana Anjana. In Lekhana Anjana, for example, Mudga Anjana, Siddha Manashiladi, Jadi, Mughladi Varti, other Kashaya, Amla Levana Kadu drugs are used for Anjana Karma. Jadi, Mughla Sindhutta, Devadaru Mahaushadam. That's the reference of Jadi Mughladi Varti as the Lekhana Karma. Prasadana Anjana include Vasanjanam, Pridamakshi Anjanam. There is one other reference of Jadi Mughladi seen in Ashtan Hridaya. Varti or Jadi Mughla, Laksha Gairiga Chandanam, Prasadayadi Pittasram, Khandija, Sheda Shukragam. Okay, there is another one reference from Swarna Basma plus Krida used as Prasadana Anjana, Madhura Oshadaravyas plus Neha used as Prasadana Anjana. Okay, another one classification is there. Gutiga, Rasakriya, Churna, this is a mode of administration, according to the mode of administration. For Mahabala Rogas, the Gutiga is used. And for Madhyama Balarogas, Rasakriya is the choice of administration and Churna in Hina Balarogas. Let us check out the examples of Gudika Anjanas. Chandanavi Varti, Jadi Mughladi Varti, Pashupada Varti are the examples of Gudika Anjana. In Rasakriya Anjana, we are commonly used to Ramir Koyamba, Kajayaparan, Mudga Anjanam, Kanasaindavadi Anjanam, etc. are coming under Rasakriya Anjana. Elamir Koyambu are widely used in Kerala. It's commonly seen Pitta conditions. All we are using the Elamir Koyambu. Churna Anjana include Maricha Anjanam, Bhaskara Churnam, Maricha, Mamsyadi, Churna Anjanam we are commonly using as Churna Anjana. The dosage of Gudiga Rasakriya Churna in Lekhana, Ropana, Prasadana are 1 Harenu for Gudiga and Rasakriya, 2 Shalaga for Churna Anjana in Lekhana Anjana. And Ropana, the dosage of Gudiga and Rasakriya is 2 Karenu and 3 Shalaga for Churna. And Prasadana, 1.5 Harenu for Gudiga Rasakriya, 4 Shalaga for Churna Anjana. Let us move on to Anjana Shalaga. What is Anjana Shalaga? Anjana Shalaga should be 10 angula length. Dashankula Tanurmadhye Shalaga Mukulanana. And the 2 ends of the Shalaga should be blend and it's just like a jasmine flower. Mukulanana. For easy handling, it should not be rough, thin, hard, and breakable. The shalaga should be prepared with the metals like Swarna, Raupi, and Tamra, etc. In Ashtanga Hridaya, we can clearly see Robane, Lekane Tamri, Robane, Kala Lokaja, Anguli, Suvarnota Ropyacha Prasadane. In Lekana Karma, Tamra Shalaga is used. Lekana Anchana, Tamra Shalaga is used. Ropana Anchana, Kala Loha, and Anguli also used for the Ropana Anchana. And Prasadana Anchana, Suvarna Shalaga or Raju Shalaga is preferable. This all are about Anjana Shalaga. Let us check the time for Anjana. The Anjana should be always applied in morning and evening when the surroundings are not cloudy and sun is shining. Okay, so the Tishna Anjana also not applied during the daytime. Okay, this must be in your mind that it should be applied in the night time. Let us check out what all are the contraindications of Anjana. I have already given the notes to you pupils. Na Anjaye, Theta Vamita, Vidikta, Ashita Vekita, Kutta, Jurita, Tandwakshi, Shiroruk Shoga Jagare, Adashte Arke, Shiragasnade, Pidayo, Duma Madhyoho, Ajirne, Agni, Arka Samdate, Divasukte, Pivaside. This is the sloka taken from Ashtanga Hridaya Sutra Sthana, 23rd chapter, 23rd sloka. Let us check out what all are the contraindications of Anjana Karma. Bhita, one who having fear or phobic. Vamita Vidikta, one who administered emesis or purgation procedure. Ashida, one who just had food. Vegita, under the natural urges of anger. Or Jorita Tandakshi, there will be fever is there, fatigue is Chiroruk, Shoga Jagaram, there will be headache, grief, who had slept not well in the previous night. Adashte, when the sun is not visible, Chiragasnadam, Pidayor Doma Madhyoho, after the head bath, inhalation of smoke, alcohol, Ajirna, indigestion conditions, Arka Agni Sandapta, exposure to fire and sun, Vivasapna Vimasida, after day sleep, when the subject is thirsty. These are the conditions in which we are not practicing Anjana. Okay, let us moving on to the Pradhana Karma of Anjana. Okay, as Pradhana Karma, the physician should open the patient's eye with his left hand, holding the rod in his right hand. Then apply the Anjana either at Kaninaga Sandhi or Apanga Sandhi. Then it can be smeared to inner side of the eyelid using the finger itself. Vamena Ashivinir Puchya Hastena Susamahitam Salakaya Dakshinena Shipe Tanina Manjanam Avangam Va Yada Yogyam Kuriya Chapi Yadagatam Patmot Lebiva Yet Anguleva Prayoktaye. This is a reference we got it from Susula Uttara 18 chapter 64th and 64th sloka. So after the proper administration of Anjana over the in the lower eyelid, we have to do the Paschat Karma. What all are the Paschat Karma? Nacha Nishavanda Dosha Akshmi Dhavanam Samprayojaye Doshaha Pradinivartaha Sanhandya Dishtam Belam Dada. After the cessation of irritation due to the administered Anjana, when the eyes are calm, the eye should be washed with appropriate kashaya or lukewarm water. So these are the Paschat Karma of Anjana. Then the physician should lift and hold the upper lid of the left eye with right hand and thumb. Then clean the inner part of the eye and the lower lid with a cloth. Vice versa also we can do the procedure. If the eyes are fatigued by strong Anjana, we can use the Pratyanjana. There is a reference of Pratyanjana in Susruta. The Pratyanjana is nothing but a Saviri Anjana, which is usually in the form of Churna. Churna Anjanas are the Pratyanjanas are commonly used. We can use these Churna Anjana very well as a Pratyanjana. So this is all about the Anjana Karma. Let us see the pharmacology of Anjana Karma. As you all know that there is a minimum disposal rate in case of Anjana Karma. We are applying a particular amount of Anjana Dravya in the lower eyelid. So there will be minimum disposal rate. Tissue contact time is more in case of Anjana Karma. So the bioavailability also more in this case of Anjana. There will be maximum absorption. Mainly the subconjunctival injection absorption and the scleral absorption is more in case of Anjana Karma. Most of the drug we are using in Anjana Karma include arsenic and mercurial compounds. Obviously, it's a larger molecular size larger molecular. It's having the larger molecular size. It can enter the scleral circulation by the topical application of application of Anjana. So its effects will reach the posterior segment disorders. Its medicinal properties will reach, which will cross the retinal blood vitreous barriers, and this will reach the posterior segment. And mainly the retinal pathologies we can do the Anjana Karma regularly. Usually the medicine which are administered to the systemic route or local route cannot cross the blood aqueous barrier, vitreous barrier. Instead of this, the Anjana, by practicing the Anjana Karma, it will reach the posterior segment also. This is about the pharmacology of Anjana Karma. Let us see the Anjana yogas commonly practiced. Tandanadivarti, Raktakatajakara, Silamir Koyambu, Pittavena, Arama Timira conditions we can use. Mudga Anjana means Shuddha Shuklam. Kritamaksham Anjana means Shidotpadam, Jadi Mugladivartin, Shada Shuklam, Kanasaidavadin, Sannipadiyatimiram, and Nagulantiam. Pashupadavarti, we can use in Sarva Vishandam. Pathyadivartin, Sarvatimiram. These are the common Anjana yogas. You guys are always familiar with these Anjana yogas. These all are the common yogas we are commonly practiced in the hospital. Madhuga, Haridra, Haridaki, Devadari, founded with goat milk is usually we are playing Madhiga Abhishandanul. Nilotpala, Shigru Bicha, Naga Kesara is used in Adinitra. Churna Rasikriya of Saindava, Adraga, Kasisa, Loka, and Tamra is used for Puyalasa conditions. Equal parts of Haridaki, Tutta, Ishti, Madhu, and 16 parts of Maricha mixed with the cold water is very much effective in Sarva Netra Loka. Okay. And one thing you have to notice is Vilvadi Guliga. It is a very much important in Sapnya Prabodhana in Mada, Morcha, Sannyasa. In one patient, I have one experience. Patient with Mada. We applied the Vilvadi Kuliga as a Sapna Prabodhana Dravya. It's very much effective on that conditions. And also Vilvadi Kuliga has a special effective in Visha condition and all. It is granted with Tulasi Sarasa, mainly used for the Visha Damsha, Geda Damsha around dice and all. It's used as Bidalaga form commonly. Let us move on to Tarpana Kriya Kalpa. What is Tarpana? Pratyandadadi Tarpanam. Tarpayadi Idi Tarpanam. To nourish or irrigate. That's the meaning of Tarpana. Triptikaram Karmam Tarpanam. Okay. It's one among the 7 Kriya Kalpas. It's indicated in mainly Vada Pitta Vigaras of curative and preventive effects. Okay. It's all administered only after the severity of symptoms such as redness, lacrimation, pain, foreign body sensation, exudate discharges are reduced. It's also used in the Shuddha Tanu when Vamana Virajna like procedures by which the doshas are eliminated. Then only you have to do the Tarpana. That's a direct indication we can see in the Swaga itself. Mainly, we can see the indication of Tarpanas. Adure Chandaragas to Shula Sambramba Dushide, Nivade Tarpanam Yojya, Chutayor Urtakayo. Just a direct reference we can see in Ashtanga Hridaya Sutrasthana 24th chapter, 3rd sloka. The tarpana is administered only after the severity of symptoms such as redness, lacrimation, pain, foreign body sensation, exudus, etc. are reduced. Okay, as I have already mentioned, these are the conditions in which we can do the tarpana procedure. Let us move on to the indications of tarpana. What are the indications of tarpana? In Nayane Tamiri, that's one sloga in Ashtanga Hridaya, Sutrasthana, Tarpana Padabaga Vidhi, Adhyaya, first sloga, Nayane Tamadi Sabde, Shushke, Rukshe, Abhidavide, Pada Pittadure Jishme, Jirna Pakshma Vilekshane, Krichron Mila Sidaharsha, Sirot Pada Tamorjine, Sentamanda Nido Vada, Vada Pariye Shukrahe, Adure Chandara Hasru, Shula Sambramba Dushiri. Tamyata. What is Tamyata? There will be fatigue, Stabdata, inactive form of ice, Shushkada, Roshada, dry or roughness in the ice, Abhikada, if there is an injury to the ice, Dikma, strabismus conditions, Jirna Pakshma, falling of eyelashes conditions, Avilashana. These are the refractive areas. Richon Milna, inability to open the lids, Sirotpada, conjunctival congestions, Siddhaharsha like panas, Tamra, blackouts, Arjuna, subconjunctival hemorrhage, Senda, conjunctivitis, Samanda, glaucoma, Anyatavada, trigeminal neuralgia, Shukra, corneal opacity. These are the conditions we are commonly indicating the tarpana. As I said earlier, the process of purification of body is essential for the administration of tarpana. So before that, we can use a sponge bath of closed stylus with lukewarm water for the Purva Karma, as a Purva Karma of Tarpana. In Pradhana Karma, I have read the sloka. Kale Sadharane Pradam Sayam Chautena Chayana Eva Mashamayi Pali Netra Koshad Dehi Samam Dvayangulas Chadam Krutva Edasam Siddhamati Tatpurnimilide Netre Taptambu Pravilavidam Naktanti Vadatimira Ruchirabodadike Vasam Apashmagrat Adonmesham Shanahehi Tasivurvada. Main time of administration of tarpana is in morning and evening preferably. The place of administration, the room, should be devoid of dust, smoke and bright light. Should be done only after the previously taken food is properly digested. Okay, this thing have to be in your mind while doing the tarpana procedure. Let us take out what are the pradhana karmas include. The patient should be lie on his back. A pali. Pali means a small ball. Should be made with a dough of eva. Eva means barley. Masha is a diagram. It should be in a ratio of 1:3 around the orbit to a height of 2 angulas. It's merely 3 centimeters and all. After creating this fence like wall, like Eva Mashimai Pali around the eyes, ask the patient to close his eyes. Then the liquefied medicated ghee, usually we are preferring the ghee for the tarpana procedure, should be poured into the orbit. Prior to that, the ghee should be filtered well, otherwise there will be foreign sensation experienced by the patients. The ghee should be poured into the orbit till the level of tip of the eyelashes. For Naktandya, night blindness, Vadiga Timira, Krichra, the difficulty in opening eyelids, we are commonly using Vasa, muscle patas, Snehana Dravya. Then instruct the patient to open his eyes slowly and start counting the time. This is the procedure of Tarpana. You can see Evamashamayi Pali is created around the eyes. Then the medicated drugs are poured into both eyes at the level of eyelashes. Then ask the patient to blink his or her eyes. Okay. Let us check out the time in matra of retaining medicine according to the part affected. For Vatma, 100 matra kalas are said by Vagpada Acharya and Susuda Acharya. It's almost about 50 seconds approximately. And Sandhi, it's 300 for Vagpada and 500 for Susarda. It's about 2 minutes 30 seconds in Sandhi as per Vakpada. Siddha 500 Matra Kalas is about 4 minutes 10 seconds and 600 for Susurdha. In Siddha Pradesha 700 Matras is about 5 minutes 50 seconds approximately. And the Shri Pradesha, we have 800 Matra Kalas should attend the medicine. It's about 6 minutes 40 seconds. For Sarvakshi and all, 1000 Matra, Adimanta Roga, Vadika Netra Yoga, we should get the medicine for 1000 Matras. For Sosta and all, Kabaja Netra Yoga and all, we are putting it for 500 Matras. It's about 4 minutes 10 seconds. In effect, maximum time for the Tarpana retention is 8 minutes 20 seconds. Nearly maximum 10 minutes are commonly practiced. This I have already discussed. There's a duration of Tarpana according to J. Jada. For Alpa dosha, you have to perform Tarpana for 1 day. For Madhyama dosha, you have to perform it for 3 days. For Adi dosha, 5 days is recommended. As Paschat Karma, Acharya has mentioned, Kritva apange tato dwaram sneham patretu galaye pidecha domam na akshet yomam rupam cha basuram. The snehana should be, sneha dravya should be removed through a hole made at the bottom of the dove wall near the outer corners of eye. And the sneha should be collected in a vessel. Then the patient should be inhale the herbal smoke. Usually we are giving the Haridravarti as the Dhuvana Dravya. Instruct the patient to not look at the sky and try to. After Snehana Karma, as a Paschat Karma, we are giving the Kabala Dravya also for the patient. Okay, so in order to prevent the dosha of the Dhuma Dravya. And the Tarpana should be done daily in Vadiga condition. In Pitta condition and all, we can do the Tarpana in alternative days. In Sosta and Kapha vitiation, we can do the Tarpana at an interval of 2 days. Okay. To prevent the complication, I have added some points to you to this. In Vata Kapha, the Tarpana Dravya should be slightly warm. Whereas in Tekta and Pitta, it should be little cold. Okay. An increase in Tikshna Ushna Guna may lead to adverse effects such as inflammation, burning sensation and all. In some pharmacy, we are getting Tikshna property Jivan Vyadikrata and all. That condition, I have experienced some difficulty while doing the Tarpana by the patient side. And a decreasing quantity and temperature of the medicine may produces excessive lacrimation, difficulty, movements, pain, and foreign body sensation. So, the quantity should be maintained well. And increase in the quantity and time of retaining of medicine may lead to complications like redness, shrinking, spasm of ocular muscles. Okay. In one patient came to us complaints of difficulty in vision and all. In that patient, one Ayurvedic hospital, they did frequent tarpana for more than 20 days. It will affect her vision. Then we referred her to one modern hospital. They said that there will be total loss of vision is there. Then she went to an Ayurvedic medical college near Pontara. That madam did some Anjana Prayoga, Sega Prayoga and all. Again, the condition is improving as per her words. And decrease in quantity time and the time of returning of medicine may lead to provocation of doshas. Okay. If there are any complications, if any, are managed by suitable application of Nasya, Duvapana, Anchana, Sega, etc. Then, as I mentioned earlier, there will be some Samyak Lakshana, Adiyoga and Ayoga. As I have mentioned earlier, we have discussed while discussing the Sega and all. प्रकाशक्षमता स्वास्थ्यं विशदं लेपलोचनं तृप्ते विपरीते अतृप्ते अतृप्ते रश्मिता रुचा and Samyak Yoga and Adi Yoga also we discussed earlier. These are the main sites of action of Tarpana, optic nerve, conjunctival cells. These are the common things you are familiar with this. And Jivaniya Krita mainly used for Timira and Shushkakshi Paga. The Krita is extracted from the Chira processed with the Madhura Oshada is normally used for Pittaja Timira. Krita processed with the Kashaya of Panaspati Haridra Oshira is Kabaja Timira. Vrida extracted from Chira is in Dhuma Darshi and all we are commonly using. Let us moving on to the procedure of Pudapaga. In Pudapaga, it's just as our body become fatigued after the Snehapana, like our eyes are also become fatigued after Tarpana. Sneha Pita Tanadiva, Chanda Siddhyashi, Dishtarhi Sidadi, Tarpana Anantaram Tasma, Dribbala Adhana Karanam, Pudapagam Kayunchida. The Pudapaga is a kind of retention procedure which imparts the strength to the eyes. There are three kinds of Pudapaga we can see in classics. What are they? Snehana, Lekhana, Prasadana. This matra is about 200 matra for Snehana, 100 matra for Lekhana, 300 matra for Prasadana type of Pudapaga. Let us check out each and every Pudapaga. Pushaya Prasaga Anupa, Medo Majavasamishi, Snehanam Paisaka Pishte, Jivanisha Kalpe. The Medas, Majja, Vasa, Amisha of Bushaya. Bushaya means animals lives in the burrows. The Saha, that which bite their food by extending the neck and all that is known as Prasaga. These prepared with suitable milk and all. These drugs are taken and this meat and all are taken as taken and is grinded well with the milk and other units are mixed to that and is macerated well. Then the extract which coming from that particular material, that bolus should be taken as Pudapagarasa. In case of Snehana Dravya, in Lekhana should be done with the Ekrita meat of animals, birds of and the Mukta, Ayas, Tamra, Saindava, Srodo, Anjana also used in Lekhana type of Pudapaga. In Prasadana, Bhagavakshi Ekat Macha, Vasandra Kride Amishe, Masa Mature Kride, Tanyak Shire Pushte Prasadana. This reference from the Ashtanga Hridaya Sutrasthana 24th chapter. It should be done with the Ekrita, Majja, Vasa, Hridaya and meat of animals, of birds and animals, and also drugs of seed taste also mixed in Prasadana type of Pudapaga. Let us see the preparation of Pudapaga Rasa. The first picture you can see that the appropriate medicines are chosen, whether it is a Snehana Pudapaga, it is Lekhana or Prasadana. Then according to the condition of patient, we can choose the medicine. Then the paste of meat and other drugs are separately made into bolus. And the bolus should be of the size of a Vilva Bhala and is wrapped with the suitable leaves. There is one reference from Ashtanga Sutrasthana. For Snehana Pudapaga, the bolus should be wrapped with Urubuga, Eranda Patra. For Lekhana Pudapaga, the bolus should be wrapped with Vada, ficus leaves. And Prasadana, it should be wrapped with the Amboja, Nellibud nucifera leaves, and should be plastered with mud. Thereafter, the bolus should be placed on the fire, Dhavadhanvana, or the dried cow dung, Gomaya Chakriga, until they become red in appearance. So, after cool off, the bolus of flakes are taken out from Dhavadhanvana, and the juice is extracted from should be administered to the eyes. The same procedure as Tarpana. Okay. In this picture, you can clearly see that the procedure of preparing the Pudapaga Rasa. Then the patient should adhere to healthy regimen for double the number of days of therapy. And during the night time, it is advised to take flower bandage using the Malati and Mallika Pushpa regularly. These all are about the Pudapaga. Let us check out the pharmacology of Tarpana and Pudapaga. Obviously, there will be more absorption. Okay, that's the lipid soluble, and so there is a penetration is very much high, irrespective of the molecular size. As I said, in case of Anjana Karma also, there will be absorption more. The same like that, Tarpana Karma and Pudapaga, the absorption will be more. The tissue contact time and bioavailability is more in case of Tarpana and Pudapaga. So, most of the ghee preparations used for Tarpana are in the form of suspension containing different particles of drug which do not leave the eyes quickly as solutions. These medicines also penetrate the sclera and reaching the posterior segment easily. So, without any doubts, we can say Tarpana is the best in posterior segment disorders. Okay. These are some Pudapaga yogas from classics. The Krida extracted from Kshira processed with the Madhura Oshada in Pitaja Dingra. Pipali with the Jangala Mamthrasa mixed with the Madhu and Levana for Kabaja Dingra. Okay. Almost I finished, I think. Let us have a quick conclusion. Okay. I'm going to point out some important points throughout my presentation. After the local ocular application of drug may be absorbed into the eye through the corneal and conjunctival sclera route. As I said earlier, the route of conjunctiva and sclera is important mostly for very hydrophilic and larger molecules that are not able to penetrate through the corneal barriers. The Tarpana drug has inadequate lipophilicity for the corneal absorption. So the conjunctiva sclera are considered to be the important alternative route for the bioactive molecules. In Tarpana, the medicine is penetrating through the sclera and reaching the posterior segment and all. Hence, in total, I can say that Tarpana is the main line of treatment for the posterior segment disorders. This is all about the Netra Kriya Kalpas. Lastly, I can say that the Sarvatmana Netra Belaya Ektam Purvidam Asyanjana Tarpanadi, Distisha Nashta Vivran Jagasta, Tamomayam Jagara Eroga. So, prevention is better than cure. It is to be in your mind that first you assess the dosha condition of the patient at that particular time. Then you decide whether it is in Amavastha or Pakvavastha. Then you decide the procedures. If it is in Amavastha, you just start the Seka, Astrodhana, Pindi, Bidalaga, appropriate procedure you have to choose. When the Amatva is reduced from eyes and it is moving on to Niramavastha, you can start the Tarpana Anjana Pudapaga procedures accordingly. So by this, I am concluding the session. If you have any doubts, you can free to ask. Thank you, one and all. Stay healthy, stay safe. Okay. Dr. Jasul?
Yeah. Hello, doctor. Thank you for your wonderful session. So, I will unmute all. Yes, if any questions, you can directly ask to Dr. Ashwin. I just unmuted all. Okay. And in chat, we have a question that is about the Ahifena Swarasa. That, no, Doctor, you, I think it's a specific question that in Sannibada Abhishanda, what's the concept behind using Ahifena Swarasa?
Regarding Ahifena, hello?
Yeah. Hello, doctor.
Hello.
The question is in Sannibada Abhishanda, what is the concept behind Ahifena Swarasa? Is there any
Actually, I don't know the main concept because I got from it's from a compiled text. I just put it in now. I don't know the exact answer.
Okay. That you can refer and tell.
Okay.
Yes. Any other questions? You can directly unmute and ask. So we got good feedbacks, doctor. Yes, Dr. Hima is asking, thank you. Can you suggest any recommendation for constant tearing of eyes, like a dysfunction of a lacrimal gland drainage?
Lacrimal gland drainage. That we can use the avakundana is like one procedure. It's a modification of pindi and all. Okay, there's one avakundana. Chinja haridra avakundana. There are tamarind leaves and along with the haridra you can make to a pottery. Then it should be dipped in hot water or the tripala kvadha. Then it should be applied over the closed eyelids and the Kaninaga Sandhi region. And you can apply it in little warm. Then you can do some massage and all. Okay. From Kaninaga Sandhi to nasolacrimal duct region, that region. So, that is very effective, I think so. It is very common in children and all. Okay, I think it's sufficient. Dr. Hema? Hello?
Hello?
You can ask your doubts.
Hello?
You can ask your doubt, Aarti.
Yes. Sir, actually, what is the appropriate treatment for the starting stage of pterygium? If it is in a starting stage and not touch, means just away from the limbus. Okay, not proper cross the limbus and not reach up to the cornea. It is in a starting stage. Then what is the appropriate treatment for this, sir?
Appropriate treatment, you have to do the Chodhana karma first prior to that treatment. I should prefer in these conditions, Anjana is the best choice for the Arma. You can use the Lekhana Anjana and Mutka Anjana. It's very much effective. Lekhana Anjana, mainly Lekhana Anjanas. And also you can use the Ilamir Koyambu Anjana. It's very much very effective in my clinical practice. Anjali, Aarti?
Ji, sir.
Hope you clear your doubts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
It was a very interesting class. Thank you. This is Kamya.
Thank you, Kamya.
Sir, for someone having cataract, centralized cataract, and they are waiting their surgery, because of the eye problem, they are getting, the vision problem, they are getting headache regularly. Okay. And there is astigmatism. Is she a suitable candidate for regular Anjana application?
First, you have to assess the visual acuity once. How much power, how much visual acuity is there? Then only we can decide the netra kriya kalpas. If it is, then you have to examine the lens properly. Is it in mature form or immature cataract is there? Then only, if it is in immature form, we can do the Anjana karmas regularly. Don't go for the Tarpana and all. You just do the Anjana karmas. After the Shodhana, you can start the Anjana karmas. When it is mature in nature, you have to send the patient for the surgery itself. Otherwise, you can do the Anjana karmas properly. According to dosha, you have to assess the doshas. If it is Vadi association, Paitika association, and Dakta and Kapha association. Accordingly, you can decide which what are the medicines suitable for that conditions. Hope it is clear, Kamya.
Yes, thank you, sir. So we can, if nothing is available, we can ask to apply Ilanir Kulumbu if the vision is good.
If the vision is good, if the cataract is in the immature form, you can tell the patient to do the Ilanir Koyampu Anjana after the Shodhana Karma. First you go for one Shodhana Karma, then only you do the Anjana Karma. You can directly apply the Ilanir Koyampu Anjana directly. Prior to that, the Shodhana is mandatory. Hope it is clear, Kamya.
Yes, very clear.
Okay. Any questions?
So, Dr. Prachi is asking for floaters according to Ayurveda.
Actually, there's no direct reference of floaters as per Ayurveda. I don't know the exact answer.
Maybe you can refer it.
Okay. Yes, I am also referring that. I am also trying to get that answer. There's no exact correlation with the modern and Ayurveda. There's no direct correlation.
Dr. Annapurna, you can ask. I think no more questions there. We can wind up this session. It's already late. Okay, thank you, Dr. Ashwin. And thank you everyone for participating. All the slides and notes are available in this session. You can join the WhatsApp group. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
It's